Tell us about that.
Well, we expected it after watching the Butler-Indiana game, but I mean, we say the same thing all the time. It's not, nobody won a championship in December, so it's good to be kind of ahead of the pack now, but we know that if we don't improve going forward, we won't be there at the end. So we have work to do, and I think we're mature enough to realize that.
How does the team keep their momentum? You had such great momentum. Then you took an 11-day break, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was there talk about that, keeping your edge, keeping your focus?
Yeah. Well, the coaches were good about handling that. We had some scrimmages. We had some competitive practices. I mean, practice is always competitive, but you know, we did some things to simulate games and game situations in practice, so we didn't really lose our edge. Because you're right, we did have a good thing going, and I think we still have that.
Okay. You only have a few more games left before ACC play. Is there any particular set of goals you want to accomplish or things you want to improve upon between now and that first ACC game?
We don't really look at it like that. Once you get to the ACC, then you're like, all right, everything is a little different. You're going to start playing teams twice. I think teams scout a little better in league play, but we aren't really looking that far ahead. We just know we have 2 games this week, and then after Christmas we're going to have a big game in Charlotte. Well, you're right, we do have some good games before ACC, but we honestly haven't talked about league play at all.
Coach has said that Marshall's ready to play, and again,
Yeah.
hopefully tomorrow, the first one. What is that going to mean to you guys as a big man rotation, in addition to you being able to pick on your brother?
Yeah. It gives us depth. Marshall is, he's a high energy guy, and I think you guys will see that right away tomorrow when you watch us. But you know, he gives us depth. He gives us a really good rebounder, which you know, people have pointed to the boards as one of our weaknesses. I think right away he helps us on the boards. He's athletic. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, and he goes after the ball. He's not afraid of contact. So I think there he really helps us. And then defensively, we've had games where we've had to work around foul trouble, but we have 4, really 5 solid guys that can play those two big man spots. I know Neil goes back and forth between the perimeter and the big, but me, Josh, Ryan, Marshall, that's a solid front court.
What does Marshall bring defensively, though? What do you see as his best skill set?
Well, people always ask his skill set. I just say he plays hard because even our guys realize that when he's guarding you in practice, it's different because he is 7 feet tall and he's so active. Normally guys that big aren't, they don't move their feet as well as him. They don't play as hard for whatever reason, but you know, he's aggressive in there, and he's not afraid. He's not worried about fouling out. He may foul out, and you know, he was that aggressive on defense.
Well, following him in high school, one thing that stood out is how much he would talk defensively.
Yeah.
Does he still bring that to the table now and confident to do that?
Yeah, definitely. And being here all last year, he knows what to say when he's talking, so he's not just talking blindly. But you're right, he is one of our best talkers, and he just brings a lot of energy. You know, we were talking early in the season, like Emil would come in and give energy. Marshall, he does that same thing from like the center position.
You've taken your game to the upper echelon of college basketball players. You know, I mean, everything from free throw shooting all the way down to every phase of your game. Talk a little bit about from last season to this season, how you were able to just elevate your game so high.
I think we just have a different team this year, and I recognized early, really at the end of last season, that the team was going to be focused around me, and you know, Coach gave me that opportunity, and the way our team is set up, it really lends itself to me having the chance to be a good player, to be a great player, and he's put me in a position to do it, and then it was up to me to get ready for that, and I've embraced it. I love how we're playing, and you know, it's good for me, but it's good for our team for me to play this well.